Bean is incredibly fast-paced, very strong player. And it is going to be Chipp versus Axel. Eustorgio on the Axel. Okay.
Okay, so this is a matchup that I feel that Axels do not like to have to deal with. Chipp just so fast, able to maneuver so quickly and above all of the zoning that Axel can kind of pull out. So we'll see if Bean will be able to get that Chipp action rolling.
Great way to start, but a better jump from Eustorgio. Crouching medium, falling up, and might be able to, yeah, pressuring to break the wall here on just another touch. Alpha Blade gets
a corner.
Yeah. No real follow-ups afterwards. This is still just good from Eustorgio here. 50 meter available, so he can be a little more committal on these neutral interactions.
Ooh, just runs up on the grab. Bean stick with the FD too much, gets the Beta Blade right out. Gonna go back to mid-screen.
Heavy looks to go low. RC to continue the pressure. An amazing up back from Eustorgio. And then the follow-up with the overhead and a throw to boot. Really smart structure of the offense there from Eustorgio, locking down the first round.
Yeah, already kind of honing in on kind of this like wake-up FD. So we're gonna see if Eustorgio will kind of just go for these run-up throws a lot more often.
Okay, for the knockdown there, going in with the jump 2Ks. Good staggering of the pressure, but oh, the throw timing is just a little misdone, and the Beta Blade is baited.
Ooh, gets the YRC this time. Able to get out of the corner. Big combo. No wall break just yet, but the super right under it. Oh, it actually auto-corrected back in the corner. Wow.
Yeah, still okay, though. Again with the overhead, and Bean making it work there. And that's really the threat of this matchup. Get pushed to the corner once, and Axel misses one anti-air or one attempted reversal, and that's just what can happen. Got the Chipp factor, man.
Ooh, slipped in the command grab. I like the leisurely jump back there from Eustorgio. Just controlling the neutral so well. Bean's going to have to kind of adapt. Ooh, that's a start.
Yep, looked again for the command throw. 2S is a little, not quite close enough. And it's nice from Bean to be able to get out of the way of a lot of the jumping attempts here from Eustorgio. There's going to be a gold burst into the hit.
Yeah, this is the chance here for Bean to rack up a lot of damage already. Getting about 55%, but great jump out there from Eustorgio.
Yeah, utilizing the second jump well there. Is this going to be able to hit behind him? It does not. Alpha Blade beats it clean. RC runs it to the corner. Should be enough to kill. Not quite, but the wall is broken. So now Bean, huge meter advantage.
Oh, and the BRC slowdown, getting that grab up there. Right, Bean, getting that first match. I really like the kind of weight there. That's really smart meter usage too, because when Axel commits to the air, you could just trap him with the BRC. So slow. Kind of has to, you know, the hit grab mix-up is so strong right there, because that's all they can do. They're so slow.
I mean, when it comes down to it too, I think that is an option that a lot of more of the aggressive players and characters are starting to lean into, is round start BRC forward is actually an incredible tool. Like you said, the slowdown is the key there. You see he inputs his dash and lets the dash rock for a second and then BRCs to make sure he's close enough to get the slowdown. The opportunities you get off of that are so huge. So that's one thing. If you're playing an aggressive character, look to Bean on that one, man. There's a reason he's doing it so often. It's a very strong option.
Getting back into it here, backing off to full screen. Ooh, and lands the command grab right off the bat. Eustorgio, and again, oh my goodness.
This time follows up with the Rensen. Oh, the lariats are just coming through, and there's the anti-air looking to get aggressive, baits the Beta Blade. Bean not even gonna be able to burst, it looks like. Yeah, the super will absolutely take this. What a round from Eustorgio off the perfect.
Yeah, looking real strong already. And, you know, from that first match they had, Bean was kind of favoring the ground, maybe FDing to kind of, you know, push out of the range. And we're seeing the adjustment there into these lariats, into the command grabs, and Eustorgio's looking so strong again. And as I say, look at that command grab.
Oh, Rensen to follow up. Now he has 50 meter already. Eustorgio's got a great position, uses YRC, and just standing slash. Another great adjustment with the double perfect from Eustorgio. Last time he went for the YRC, dash up throw was on the menu. Just sticks out the button this time, knowing that Bean's going to kind of overthink the defensive situation. That was an amazing adjustment just on a defensive mix-up.
Yeah, man. Just what a turnaround there from Eustorgio. Oh my goodness, yeah. All those command grabs coming right out, not even going for conditioning, just right off the bat. You are just chilling, you are standing there, you will get this grab.
And that was one of the other major adjustments there, is Eustorgio was playing footsies with the lariat, with the command throw. Just weaving it in places where you would normally see like a 2P. Just using it like a normal. That's so smart. Just put them at the optimal range for those pokes, and then just don't even go for it. Gonna look to open this back up though. Is gonna burst for momentum, try to keep him in the corner. Eustorgio's next decision is gonna make a huge difference, and he gets out.
Ooh, nice double jump there. Kind of baiting out any anti-airs, but Eustorgio not biting. Maintaining the spacing mid-screen.
Block on the cross up as well. Bean is still looking to get as much pressure down as he can. The 2K crosses up, baits the gold burst just naturally with the Alpha Blade.
Gonna get a little bit the setup here mid-screen, but just waiting it out. Slowly chipping away at Eustorgio. And will it hit the jump 2K? Might be a little too fast. Oh my goodness! Stuffs out the top of it right there.
Yeah, and the follow-up missing actually might have been better. Eustorgio got corner pressure because of it. Had an easy side switch, but now pressed once again. Oh, I was gonna say pressure makes diamonds, but sometimes the one making the diamonds is the one that profits, man. Being able to break down the defense, but Eustorgio answers back early.
He gets hit on the way back there with the sickle, but already, yeah, Bean's taking a lot of damage and very, very stray hits here.
And the jumping S, able to block the Alpha Blade, jumps straight out afterwards. And Bean is relentless with these aerial approaches, but Eustorgio again. Uh-oh. Okay. Had the burst to keep himself in that game. That was looking like a very Bean-sided game there, and the trade goes in favor of Eustorgio.
Gets the open up low here. Bean pushing towards the corner, jumping out of the overhead this time. So there's an adjustment there from Eustorgio already.
It's a throw punish. That 2-frame wake up throw, very strong. Another punish here from Bean. So the RC is going to look to break the wall with the Alpha Blade. 50 meter already built up for Eustorgio though.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe not breaking the wall against Axel is a good option here. You know, you just back off and kind of go back to neutral.
PRC misses the opportunity. 2S working out. What a delayed confirm. Oh, and then the gold follow up. Clean stuff from Bean. 2-1 now.
Yeah, the fast RC, always a cool option, especially in those very quick twitch situations. Because easily, if that was blocked, that was still a mix-up. So it's still a very scary situation.
I absolutely agreed. I think that is one of the important things too, is getting used to doing those fast RCs in combos in situations where you need to get the damage out. Like that was a situation where it wasn't too important, but doing combos where that the actual burst hit that knocks them up doesn't connect. It scales your combo quite a lot if you've seen all the different FGC scientists on Twitter doing the math on it. So cutting that burst out is actually a really, really big thing. Or the hitbox, rather.
Yeah.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ooh, gold burst right there with Alpha Blade going right around it.
And this is getting tougher. Bean is adjusting to the defensive timings here from Eustorgio. Notice how he got 2S so often in those first two games. Now his jumping 2K angles are just perfect. 2S hasn't even been a threat so far in this round.
Yeah. Oh, and the blue RC again here. Gonna get that grab on the other side. Trapping Axel there on that jump. So smart there from being on set point here.
Big decision in 99 seconds here. Can't let Bean get the momentum. 5K is going to be the choice, but it doesn't work out. 2S finally.
Okay, gets brought back into the corner. Blocks the burst, but no punish, unfortunately, there.
Yeah, no punish is going to hurt. Bean has the momentum, looking for more pressure off the knockdown. Dash up, fakes the throw. Eustorgio, the defense holds.
And getting a little too crazy here in the corner. Eustorgio starting his own pressure, gets the grab into the corner, gets the overhead RC, and that should be that round.
Yeah, another great follow-up there, trying to stay in this potentially set point here.
Nice 5P check there. As long as you maintain the spacing, Chipp has to kind of worry about getting in, but you know, being so good at really just finding those gaps in the pressure here.
Yeah, 5K Alpha Blade is just paying out in dividends, man. There's a great follow-up, though. So much extra damage. Already pushed to the corner. The wall's gonna break here. So one more interaction. 50 meter for Bean, though.
Oh, just lands into the grab, Eustorgio. Tying it up 2-2.
And I think that's another one of those great decisions. It's a change of pace that you don't expect from Axel, especially as a Chipp player. Having the mobility advantage, you don't expect him to take the long stroll over. What a great mix-up again.
Yeah, just a big thing there. Bean's focusing a lot on spending bar for FD to make sure that Bean can push out Axel so he can't get these long sequences of long-range normals to check his pressure. So, you know, maybe just gonna have to hold it, you know, because these FDs are getting called out with grabs so hard already.
There's someone gonna push forward here, though.
Duel 1.
To see 99 seconds. Another one of those. Okay, both players just concede. And back to the neutral. I think that's a great decision here, especially for the Axel player. Don't want to get up tempo early.
Yeah, just moon hopping right now across the screen, both of them.
Good jump back. The jumping S whiffed. Bean into the pressure. Eustorgio manages to sneak the throw in.
Ooh, that was a deep cross up there.
They looked for the command throw. Didn't get there. There's the 2K. How much can we get off of this? He's going to break the wall, so meter positive.
He delays the explosion there, does it right again. Bean tried to run up.
Had an opportunity to use 50 meter and close that round out. PRC into PRC. Bean looking to get aggressive. Here comes the meaty. Jumps out. Counter hit. Oh, and just for safety, PRCs. I mean, I think that's the right call. If you don't have time to glance up at the burst, assume they have it. That's so smart from Bean.
This pressure here in the corner. Look at that risk adding up, but Eustorgio finding the gap.
Full burst, though. Gets the overhead. 50 meter spent. The Alpha Blade is keeping it mid-screen and baited the burst, but it was a little too early.
Big open up here. 2S did not reach, but Bean has Eustorgio here in the corner. Trying to jump out for dear life right now. Super comes out, but I don't think there's bar. To cancel it. Oh, but fairly safe.
Yeah, still able to push him far enough away. 2S whiffs. That's got to be a finish from Bean here. Absolutely, it is. Bean clutching it 3-2. Dude, starting off with a Game 5 banger, man. First match of the night.
Had fun for Anji, so we'll see how Spooky ends up playing this out.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell. Anji versus Faust.
Here we go.
Duel 1.
Early on this matchup, it's gonna be a lot of trying to keep Faust from having the space to be able to get his items set up. And how can Faust disrespect the different things that he does off of the Rekka here from Anji?
I guess as a character with a little bit of the slower normals there, the Fujin mix-up is kind of real, but at the same time, having to block Fujin does not move forward very far. So Spooky's gonna have to, you know, be very proactive in spacing.
Okay, Okay, getting the knockdown there, looking for the early float mix-up. There's going to be a burst. And I love that. Able to teleport across to get the trumpet, but Spooky still at advantage. 200-meter built up.
Ooh, nice. And goes for the uncharged dust. RC. Classic there from Anji. Like, very good usage of the hop to kind of get really good Oki off the sweep.
Knockdown though, 2K into the sweep. Trying to threaten just to keep him close enough. Gives himself an afro, but I don't know how much Anji really threatens there. Has to burst the situation.
Yeah, no real big fuzzy mix-ups there. But gets caught just blocking, and big open up here in the corners be a lot of damage into the wall break. Oh, just lets it rock. Didn't get the jump heavy slash fast enough.
Oh, and off that trade, used the teleport to get across to get a better mix-up. What great positioning there.
Oh boy. Yeah. Gets the up back again. The backdashes the pressure. ChaleGG looking so good here. Oh, tried to do it for the counter super.
And that is another situation. Has gone for the overhead, has gone for the teleport just to reposition to confirm combos. Is using the Scarecrow better than I've seen most Faust. Mini Faust. I'm a firm believer this is the best item. The scariest thing, you have to respect him.
Yeah, and if you notice here, oh my gosh, gets the hop there. Yeah, Carl just respecting a lot of this Anji pressure. Ooh, big. Goes for the counter hit low and be full combo here with the Ko.
Breaking that wall. Spooky in a good position here is going to have positive. Almost built up to 50 meters. Oh, and that was quite the hitbox on the anti-air.
Yeah, stand heavy is a pretty decent anti-air. It's just very slow. So luckily, the forward hitbox on that was able to stuff out that jump.
That is going to be Spooky taking down the first one. Spooky's avatar in-game is honestly beautiful.
Is that zebra? No. Oh wait, no, that's the left. Oh lord, that is something.
A warrior. Let's see if Spooky can ride that momentum here going into the next game. Carl has had some opportunities here and has been using meter better than, like I said, better than a lot of Faust that I've seen.
Yeah, I think just at this moment right now, Carl's gonna have to disrespect some of Anji's pressure here because there's a lot of respect. There's a lot of respect here. Oh, and the Forest interrupt. Wow.
Yeah, speaking of disrespect, but gets the counter hit off the 6P and blows out mix.
Yeah, the hop follow-up off the Fujin is working so well for Spooky right now. Carl's gonna have to either jump or just press anything.
Oh, and there's the overhead. Like we said, is just holding a little too much of this pressure. If Anji, you have to check Anji in that his mix-up game is only weak if you show him that he has to go for those delays. When he starts being forced to mix in delays based on you knowing what's not real, is where, if you're not exploiting Anji's weaknesses, that Fujin mix-up is very, very strong.
Yeah, the big thing about Anji people have to understand is the only thing that's guaranteed is the low ender off the Fujin. It's -7, so you can even poke afterwards and punish him.
Although, jumping back, 5K gets dashed through, but throws it. Very nice. Huge opportunity. Gets Mini Faust in the corner.
Goes the wrong way, though. There we go. Ooh, great pressure here out here from Carl. And still, Mini Faust does not want to join the party.
Is not interested. Didn't get a formal invite. Gotta be careful for the bomb here. God,
what a mix-up.
But what patience and defense there from Spooky to be able to block the instant overhead, but in the end, it looks like Chipp was enough.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Just looking for the projectiles here. I'm liking the 5K pressure from the max distance there from Carl.
Again, the hop Carl. Just blocking. I would love to see a check there.
Had to go for the burst, though. Spooky overextends a little bit. The bomb blows up. Both characters on stand-up. Spooky goes for the 5D, throws it. Huge opportunity here. Has him cornered.
Gold burst. Anji with the meter. Pretty scary, actually. Oh, gonna go for the chip out here. Oh, just taking the mix, actually.
Oh, and the umbrella, such a strong overhead there. So the 5D wins it out, and Spooky going up 2-0. And I love the use of the meter there. If you have 200 meters Anji, you might as well run the round trip, right? Throwing out that super in the PRC straight away. You get so much advantage there. A couple high lows in a row.
Yeah, that super doesn't have much use outside of that. So very, very cool, kind of just pulling it out there.
But so far, Spooky has been really showing off a lot of things that Anji can do. It's going to be more about the homie bad RNG. Let's say ChaleGG. Gotta fight out here. Cannot let Anji get started. When Anji is respected and Anji gets to just run his mix, it's where he thrives.
Ooh, and spins right through. We're going to get some butterfly Oki here. Big stagger has to burst.
Oh, yeah, I think you have to burst there as well because the hammer, there's going to be a big extension. After Meteors gets the teleport, again, great usage of that.
I guess I try to jump there. Spooky looking real rough, gets the grab. Oh, and Mini Faust joined up too.
Yeah, almost able to convert off of that. Off the twirl, nothing happens. Where's the low mix-up? And the overhead again off of Fujin.
Hop again. Oh, blocks the overhead and gets a full punish, but not enough. But the overhead will do it there. That's a little scary.
Yeah, definitely the threat of dash up low was a little too strong. Kind of getting away with it. 6P into mix. Doesn't confirm from that distance. It also wasn't counter hit. But that will be enough.
We try to go for an air-to-air there. Gold bursting. Oh, we're going for it again.
Okay, had already committed to the normal, so it's half the life gone. TeamSpooky in the corner. Time to run that mix-up. Delays with the low. Anji bursting out and got him with the hammer, but another counter hit.
Yeah, that was a wild confirmation there off the counter hit 5K.
Saying that he actually spent his burst there, had decided he was going to try and fight for that round. It's going to be dash up throw to start.
Oh, nice. Got, you know, just a little bit of damage there off that 5D.
Oh, for the poke once again. It's going to be a knockdown here from Spooky. Again, in with the Fujin.
Laid low. Great block and great punish, pushing Spooky out again here. Nice RC, but still gets clipped on the other side after the spin.
Fujin connecting once again. RC to push through. And that's going to be able to kill TeamSpooky. 3-0 on the Anji. First Anji we get to see on the TNS stream. Pulling through with the dub.
You'll love to see it.
And is actually on Axel. This is very strange because he was an exceptional Raven player in Xrd. So is very much an offensive-minded, played Raven and Millia at a very high level. So switching into Axel here, a large shifting gears here for Kenshin.
Ooh, gets the counter throw there. Oh, nice 6P, I think that was.
Man throw didn't get the follow-up. And this is what you're going to see from Augus here. Getting aggressive. I mean, if Axel's able to keep his feet on the ground for too long, this matchup gets to be so hard for Nagori in a hurry.
You see that blue RC on defense there, actually getting an open up into the 5P. Yeah, Augus is definitely playing a lot more like advanced, I feel, because like I feel like now the adjustments in the meta, blue RC on defense and offense have been super strong right now.
Okay, follows up on the Renson, tries to get aggressive afterwards, looks for the 6P to check Fukio. Not something you see often from Axel players there. I really like that. Techno off the pole.
Ooh, nice. No, oh, could have been a little bit more off the bomber. Augus PRC grabs the wrong way, and Kenshin firing right back with that grab.
Yeah, really nice decision there. I mean, TK Bomber at that point, good amount of damage. And Axel, again, standing slash at round start, actually beating out a lot of Nagori's options. He has to go very committal to beat that out.
Yeah, backs off a little bit too far. No 6 heavy slash conversion there and gets the fully charged dust. You do not see that very often.
Yeah, and a very delayed burst there into a dashboard air though, but Augus was able to be the aggressor there. Double overhead goes into a shimmy attempt. That's very cute from Kenshin, but full in. Blood meter is dangerously high, and there's the command throw. Augus has been using that to amazing effect. A lot of the times is kind of skipping the strike phase of that strike throw. Normally have to scare them a lot into staying onto the ground. Has leaned straight into the throw game though. That's a good read on offense.
Yeah, I love that 0 in there. I was like, oh no, his bar, oh no, and he gets the command grab. Like, okay, you're right. You know, you got it. Why am I worrying about him? And that's like, you know, one of those things. All these Nago players have been like playing this like ticking time bomb for like what, a month now. So it's so cool to see just like everything's just right, you know. Their play is just right, hitting that neutral just right, make sure that they don't pop that blood gauge. And shouts to Ryan Valentine with that tier 1.
13 months for the homie Rob. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're doing well. It's gonna be a big knockdown. Looks to get aggressive on the step back, baits the burst, but didn't have the follow up. Kenshin's able to get away here. Shouts to homie Pop and Leo coming through as well with the subscription, man. Thank you so much. Good to have you around.
And YRC has an opening there, just both players backing off and jumps the command grab. Very smart there from Augus. But Kenshin getting these air grabs.
Yeah, Kenshin, say also a Marvel player by trade, very adept at that micro step forward was terrifying. Augus's control of the space there was so good. Okay, far S 3 times in a row. Got the command throw, looking to get aggressive. He just waits.
Augus playing a very clean pressure game here in the corner. My God, these 6 heavy slashes have been adding up. Tries to go for the air grab for Kenshin. Holding it together here. Tries to bait the burst, but no go.
Yeah, that was a tough situation. Got the follow up there. Looked for the command throw, and that command throw has been more of a burden to Kenshin than a victory in a lot of these situations. Has been leaning into it too much. And Augus's reaction super jumped forward out of it a couple times. So at this point, I think you got to scare him with Renson more. Augus is not afraid of the lariat. Say it's just very difficult situation here. I do think that this is an Axel favored matchup, but I mean it's the same situation. I mean it's the classic Dawson versus Abel, right? He step kicks you once and it's over. If Nagori makes you block standing slash and you don't have meter to be aggressive back to him or YRC, I don't know really what you can do at that point. That's the homie Fable sandwich coming through. Gift from the sub, by the way. Appreciate you a lot, man. Thank you.
Yeah, jump forward slash is working so well for Augus already. Kenshin having a little bit of trouble just anti-airing at that angle.
Alco Hime with the 100 bits as well. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. And what a round! Just every I mean, Augus used like every normal that Nagoriyuki has, and they just all hit. That's just perfect usage of the full toolkit on that round.
Yeah, just the read that Augus has on Kenshin right now. Is playing a very simple game, but knowing that it'll work out. Oh, got caught reaching there. Oh, and there again!
Dude, the command grab to follow up as well.
Oof, and man. And NashFan, one of those players I just love seeing week to week. Just a very active play.
Duel 1.
Definitely, you know, a little bit more different than a lot of the maze we see out there. Just the aerial movement and just spacing, just on another level.
Okay, standing heavy, working out so well. Risk gauge at half off of that situation. NashFan is abusing the guard here of King John. Damn, baited it, but wasn't able to get the punish.
Oh my God, and the weight there, knowing the spacing there, Soul has to kind of, at that range, it has to do something.
Okay, so there's gonna be a throw. So pressure is started here.
Actually, did not bite on the fake gunflame over there.
PRC looked for the jumping K afterwards, didn't get there. Nashfan gets control of the corner.
Ooh, with the fully charged 6 heavy slash. Building up some risk here on King John's side. Doesn't go for the fast RC jump heavy slash. So King John gets a chance to fight out here.
And that's going to be a burst. Is he going to spend his own? He does, spends it late. Is going to bet it all on this round.
Oh,
and
big
the
6P.
Oh, May 6P is just so strong in that situation. Cannot air dash at her. Okay. A couple really nice backdashes from King John here. Has perfectly put himself right outside of Slash Dolphin at just about every stage of this neutral.
Ooh, far S into the delay far S. Nice confirm here, and you get the Fafnir plus frames. King John. Oh my gosh, the weight into the grab.
Dude, the amount of mileage King John is getting off a fake gunflame is incredible, and these throws just adding up. That should be the round, and it is King John.
Man, a great adjustment there from King John. Finally getting some time to get some pressure out and showing off that, you know, King John's soul pressure, very, very strong.
Oh, but there goes half your life off a command throw. Oh, so unlucky here. And that is the thing I like the most about NashFan. He was willing to just sit full screen, didn't move a muscle.
Yeah, from that distance, Soul's burst movement options aren't great. You maybe have Kara Gunflame, maybe Kara Fafnir, and then you have Vortex. So those are 3 options that can blow up from even that distance. So I love the fact just sitting there, forcing him to come to him.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the greatest strengths, I think, of May, and it's she is not very comparable to this character in a lot of situations, but in the situation of having that much of a life lead, very Honda-esque, can kind of just sit back, can just jump, has the absolute stop sign with jumping heavy, an amazing 6P, has a quick sliding low option to be able to check dash-ups that are too aggressive. May really has all the answers when it comes to staying that far away from Soul. Can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, imagine having a butt slam that you can act out of, right?
We take those. So with the first one on the board for NashFan, it's going to be King John trying to answer back.
Ooh, nice
We'll see.
6P.
And that's what happens when you try to be the aggressor here. When a little too aggressive, gets 5S twice in a row, and now doesn't have that lead.
Yeah, but the burst is a great get there from King John. Just gonna have to hold on to it to keep pressure going here. NashFan's just so good at just maintaining the optimal spacing for May and not taking too much risks.
Oh no, and that counter hit should actually, no, not quite gonna end the round. Didn't have the 50 meter. Jumps the throw though.
But that was actually pretty optimal. If there was no burst there, that blue RC would have been like maybe 3 or 4 close S combos.
I like that, trying to bait out the 5K, but doesn't really get anything for it. And this is comfortable here. This is comfortable for NashFan. Yeah, you don't have to really be afraid of Soul from here. Just react to the burst options, like you said.
Yeah, and negative penalty coming up here from NashFan. Just avoiding all of this and just going for the double dolphin to seal that round out.
Ooh, 2K to start? Oh, but the 6P King John party time. And a great tech throw.
Patience here from NashFan. Gonna wait out the storm of soul pressure, and that's where the grabs come in if you block too much.
Yeah, it's very difficult here with the risk gauge that high. Gets the link into the vortex. Didn't spend the meter to kill. Spends it here, though. Okay. Woo. That was a scary situation there. 200 meter on the board. King John evening it up. This game is so important here. 2-0 is going to be near insurmountable against a player like NashFan.
Ooh, nice 6P on the other side. King John's turn to just get all this pressure out in the corner. Counter hits UH. Oh, no.
And just look at the damage into the super follow-up and then the meter gain off of one missed opportunity and then the command throw. And we're close up to the corner, so he had to burst as well. Oh, every single situation that could have gone bad for King John there did, and NASHFAN follows up incredibly.
I'm just like, man, Proxy's doing a lot of commentating, but like literally 5 things happened there while you were doing, you were just commenting that one point, and that just really shows the, you know, the speed and the intensity of NASHFAN's play. There are a lot of situations there. Burst of the command grab, ran up the 3K anyway into RC and sealed out the round. Just like so ready for these situations.
To be up to King John here to bring this back 3 games straight is going to be a very tough task.
Yeah, we're going to see if King John will kind of lead into those grabs that are working so well earlier.
Gunflame trade. Looks to get aggressive afterwards. There's a good 6P attempt from NASHFAN.
And NASHFAN's timing on these Dolphins are immaculate. Almost every single one's been a counter hit. Oh boy. Full conversion too into the wall break. So unfortunate there for King John.
And then round start Dolphin to catch the backdash. And then once again to try and keep him on the ground. This might be the last round.
It's looking like it right now. King John needs to get anything started here. NASHFAN just ready for anything.
Ooh, again with the 6P.
Yeah, and just waiting here in the corner saying, approach me, please.
Yeah, how to approach a sailor that's down backing. Really not a lot you can do in these situations. I mean, King John is doing about as good as you can there. Just crank the risk gauge as much as you can. If he's going to give you that, you might as well take it.
Oh, I could have sworn that was going to be a bite, but an amazing jump out there from NASHFAN, but still stuck in the corner. Gets the 5P3K, tried to cross up back into the corner, but still has a good situation here. And that is it. NASHFAN 3-0 over King John.
And it's going to be Bean back on the sticks, this time against Mango for Tango. Mango has been one of the strongest Leos that we've seen consistently placing in all the brackets that they've been seen in.
Oh yeah, Mango definitely looking real good on their Leo, but man, Bean also working that chip.
RCs goes to the break of the wall. If Mango gets a hit here, it might be worth investing. Okay, so now, if you lose a situation, it might be worth investing the burst here. This is a round that Mango has a huge advantage in.
Oh, he tried to wait it out.
Wakes up with the DP, and that was incredible for Mango. But...
Oh, the full burst, but no punish. Bean has Mango on a pixel and gets the chip.
Oh, and there was so much good defense came through there for Mango. Held onto the burst, went for the late DP. In the end, Bean still able to persevere and getting an early advantage again in this matchup. And early leads for any character are so important against Leo because he is so explosive. So you've got to make your claim early, and that is exactly what Bean is doing.
Yeah, just smothering Mango right now. Trying to find anything to get anything started here. Slowly going towards the mid screen, blows up the guard stance.
Oh, and just wasn't ready for the situation.
Ooh, tries to catch the backdash. But all right, Mango Tango getting started here. Leo pressure and an amazing convert to push into the corner.
Oh, and the DP, yeah, absolutely had to go for it. And the burst pretty much required as well. That was very tough.
Yeah, Bean doing a really good job of, you know, smothering Leo there.
And that was one of the tough things is like after that combo from Mango, got really great damage, pushed it all the way to the corner, but couldn't quite end himself in back turn. I mean, that is really the end goal dream is ending in back turn there, but it's kind of hard in some situations to get there.
Yeah, especially with a fast character like Chipp, he didn't want to risk going for pillar. And then
Yeah.
like Chipp jumped on wake up and got all the way out. You're like, oh man, well I'm back turn and we're full screen. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very cool. Like, so with being the first one on the board, like I said before, that one of the most important things in any matchup against Leo is establishing an early lead. You know he can burst you down. Let's see how Bean goes for it this time. Round start, just counter hit.
That's a little low, but no confirm. Tried to bait out that burst right off the bat, but Mango holding on to it. Ooh, nice. Oh, mixing it up there with the grab. And a command grab right afterwards. Oh, again!
RC as well, so breaking the wall. This is great for Bean. This is another one of those
just holding
situations. If Mango gets the hit here, no. Yeah, you let this round go for sure.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of those things. You don't want to panic burst, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I keep getting hit.
And that's one thing to point out as well about this matchup is that Chipp can have issues with mixing up Leo because he has a flash kick motion DP. Bean has just been navigating everything so well and not putting himself in situations where the flash kick has really mattered.
Oh, went for the double flash kick. Okay. He gets the mix up here. And getting started, pushing towards the corner. Oh, wake up 2S.
And that should be the follow-up for the kill. Very nice. So keeping the resources here. Round 3. Double overhead into the throw. So Bean getting it started here off the knockdown. What a counter hit.
Yeah, Bean's been doing a really good job of kind of mixing up jump timings, jump arcs, because it's really hard for Mango to anti-air. Despite having that flash kick, Bean's really good at just kind of faking them out.
Oh, I like the attempt to try and bait the burst there, but it's going to be wake up blue RC from Bean.
Yeah, just trying to bait out anything here. Gets the anti-air full RC, does a little wait. No burst there from Mango for Tango. And there it is.
Because Mango here, you gotta wait. If you see anything that resembles an Alpha Blade, you've got to go for the gold burst here. We need the meter so bad.
And looking from off the far S. Oh, again! Not far enough there. Oh no. And any hit'll do it here.
Okay. Look to get aggressive. That's going to be the punish on the Beta Blade. And it is enough to finish. Mango evening it up. So that's a very strong showing. And was holding on to that burst for dear life. I was so surprised he didn't spend it in a lot of those defensive situations. But good on him not to. Bean was looking to bait it at just about every step.
Yeah, and that's always a fun thing. Like, you know, when you're in a scary situation and being able to play chicken with your burst, it changes how people route. It changes how people do their block strings because they want it. They want the burst so bad. And, you know, being a little bit more cautious there with their roots, with their pressure, that gave Mango the opportunity to make that comeback.
Duel 1.
So even set count here. Another big round start from Bean. Mango bursting early this time. He's been holding on to it quite often, but this is more what we're accustomed to seeing here from him. He gets a double cross up and forces Bean to use his own burst. Okay.
Oh my gosh, pushes all the way to the corner with that.
Ooh, RC forward, but Bean was already so far in the air, just didn't even, the fireball wasn't even a factor in that.
Nice grab. Interrupt on the pass through. Won't be enough yet, but gets a meaty situation there with the 5K.
Yeah, a couple situations in a row where Mango had a potential to punish, but just didn't react accordingly, was a little hesitant, and there's going to be another throw from Bean here.
Again, another throw here. You know, surprisingly, Mango for Tango being a little bit stingy with these flash kicks, you know, despite being very, very persistent and trying to bait them out.
Now he's going to spend the burst very, very late, which is tough. I mean, all this damage has been coming in smaller chunks. There hasn't really been a great place to burst, but that spacing was incredible.
Yeah, big opportunity here for Mango for Tango, but Bean always finding the way out.
Blade to the ground was so smart. Trying to chuck these fireballs and get as aggressive as he can. Can't get a follow-up after that, but the instant air dash. What a read from Bean. Mango was trying to play those grounded footsies. Chipp, not too interested in what he's selling.
Yeah, and that's the classic anime mix-up, right? Double instant air dash. You gotta love it.
All right, so Bean again closing in, trying to make this a 3-1. No, you don't want to expend any mental energy here further against Mango. Mango has been doing so well in these early footsie situations. All up the Bean, just how can you negate them? How can you stay out of them?
Ooh, and Gold Burst. Gonna try and push this meter as far as they can.
Burst of his own here from Mango. Look at backdashes in a row. Gets the instant overhead. Straight in with the fast RC wall break to boot. Bean.
Ooh, in the back off here. Ooh, it baits out the flash kick. Full confirm has the bar to go all the way to the corner. No confirm off the far S, unfortunately. Mango for Tango, time to play here. Gets the command grab. OTG, jumping the grab, and again, Bean. Running up, getting the grab. Won't be it quite yet.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like it's going to be Chipp there. Bean trying to do it one more time. Potentially match point here.
And the delayed double jump there. And still getting the cross up with the Alpha Blade. And again! Oh no. We're in the vortex.
He's got him in the infinite. Dude, 5K Alpha Blade is just working out so well. And then gets the dash up throw. Mango's got to pull the trigger on this DP soon.
Yeah. You know, a set worth of conditioning there. Trying to bait out the flash kick. Mango for Tango, a little gun shy.
Oh, but this is a great follow-up. Keeps it to the corner. RCs to try and bring him to the ground here.
Ooh, and the BRC great response there with the Gold Burst.
Gold Burst is about as good of a reaction as we've seen to that situation. Went for the cross-up. The discipline from Bean to block that. And then to get aggressive with the overhead.
Is that enough? Not quite. Scary here spends the PRC to get something started with a projectile. Oh, gets the cross-up Alpha Blade and another Bean. So good with those cross-ups. 3-1 here over Mango for Tango.
Really comes down to a pose. What can you do about it? How can you ignore it? How can you invalidate it? What can you do if he puts you in a really messed up situation where a pose is right there, right? So a lot of it is going to be, can you use Fukio to dash away? Do you have like certain options that are fast enough, or can you grab him through it? We're going to find out very quickly what Augus has for that.
Oh yeah, the spin. Yeah, the spin is such a strong tool in this matchup. And the 2P, like I said, the 2P reaches very far and it's fairly fast. So Machos, be very careful about these Eddie summons. Oh no.
And that is going to be a kill. And that is just one of the strengths here of Nagori. One close slash. I mean, the burst was already gone from Macho, so not a lot he can do in that situation. It's a good string of pressure, though. Just pushing to the corner. 2P's a pose.
Ooh, the super jump across the punish. Yeah, Nagoriyuki can answer a lot of these situations that normally Dato gets for free, you know.
Oh, he goes for 5P there. The throw does not work out. Oh no, and the mix continues. There's the command throw. 50 meter available. He's going to spend it actually to extend pressure and breaks the wall there.
Ooh, then the RC right through the oppose. Yeah, that's definitely some matchup knowledge that Augus had. Oh, and the clone reached.
So yeah, and just being able to completely invalidate the invite hell. Wow, that was just, I was not expecting that interaction to be so Nagoriyuki favored. That was kind of crazy to see. But a huge shout outs to dude, Isoseric coming through, continuing that gift sub from Fruity Fetus, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, 236S and 214H, two amazing options there that Nagoriyuki can use to really challenge Zato in these situations where Zato wants to start getting Eddie going. And, you know, we're already seeing that kind of showing off here from Augus.
We'll have to see. I mean, one thing that I've noticed early is that Macho is one of the best at unsummoning to be able to manage his Eddie gauge. Augus has just checked some unsummoned situations that are not true with 2P so well. Just knowing where to mash to be able to just break. And look at the aggression early on. Just not a care in the world. Augus is going to work here again with the counter hit.
Oh,
it doesn't stop.
Yeah, the close S into the super here. Already gonna seal that first round and got that burst too. Like, this is not looking great for Macho.
Wow, that was, I mean, that is really the strength of Nagoriyuki here. He did round start Fukio and just followed up perfectly. Traded out with the frog, goes for the overhead. Double overhead is dealt with, but Augus still knocks down and pushed to the corner a little bit more.
Ooh, the 5K check there. Oh, nice.
Blocked a triple overhead, but wanted to go for the burst. Still knows he can contest this round and has a round to give as well, so I think that's a great usage of that resource.
Slapped out Eddie, but still, Macho just running up, no fear.
And was able to get close enough to convert that. Macho with the smoothest movement.
Yeah. You know, it's the Marvel players.
Oh, and the sandwich. This is about as bad as it gets here, but what defense from Augus!
Still whiting out, all right. So both of them trying to poke there after the spin, which is 0. So great poke there for Macho, just to ensure that Augus doesn't get anything started.
2P, it's the moneymaker here. YRC's to break out of the frog pressure.
Nice defense here, but so scary.
And the risk gauge is getting very high and didn't have, even though he earned burst back there, just didn't even have time to utilize it.
Yeah, just the approaches here, the pressure. Augus is really playing this matchup right here.
Say it's just so difficult. Even when Macho is able to get Eddie established, Eddie's just not a big enough factor to stop the way that Augus is playing the matchup. Most of it is just like 2Ps into like different movement type baits, right? Like he will get very aggressive and just get so close, just pixel perfect close, and then take that one micro step backwards and start swinging. Like, oh, Augus is just mixing up his offense so well. Everything is looking right. I think that is going to be one of the adjustments here that we're going to need to see from Macho here. Got to swing a little bit more. Even if you don't have Eddie, got to be brave for Mother, man. You cannot let him be dashing at you like that. There we go. That's what we want to see. Situations like that jumping and situations like the Fukio.
Oh, nice. Yeah, recognizing the fake out there into the 2P. Macho, you're going to have to do this a lot more. You're going to have to take back your turn against Nagoriyuki.
For the YRC this time, and he pokes out. He converts that. Oh, and another unanswered Fukio BRC afterwards. String doesn't hold up.
Okay, he's back in the corner and wants to win this round.
I do see that is a
Macho
really
waiting
good
right out.
I think it's a super good burst with the frog out of nowhere. When did Eddie get behind him?
I'm not even sure when, but Macho's so sneaky with it. Alright, bad situation here again. Augus already pushing to the corner with close S into the command grab. Macho already 20% here.
Over the opposed. Oh, but the throw still comes up for Macho here and needs to keep pressure until the summon is available. But no, Augus gets away with it.
That's so unfortunate. Just gets hit by the spin and gets the 6H follow-up right after it.
Okay. Just connecting. Cannot let him jump like that though. Here's the fade back. Swing from Macho, but not the greatest punish.
Big damage coming out here. Gets the wall break. And Macho's gonna be able to get something started. Invite Hell. No RC. Had the bar to RC. Maybe get a little bit more damage out of it, but no go. Augus is on a pixel here.
That's RC to get aggressive again. There's a throw. Chipp is a factor. Has to FD. And so smart from Macho. Dashed up and just did nothing. Wanted to see how long he was willing to hold that FD. Wow. In terms of just the way that they are going about their mix-up game, I think that there might be other Nagoris that are super notable, obviously, right? Like Fame, Hotashi, things like that. Just in terms of the way that they mix up, Augus might be the strongest Nagori I've seen.
Yeah, incredibly solid. Just a lot of the decisions they're making are just so smart.
Like this is just purely in terms of the Vortex, man. This guy's mix-up is so strong.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ooh, and there we go. The 5P check on the forward Fukio.
The adjustments are coming through from Macho, but they might not be coming through fast enough. That's a great jump on the command throw. But the defense is mixing up really well.
Ooh, the BRC and command grab. Unfortunate. And gets the 6 heavy slash anti-air and gets the OTG in Augus. Taking that round immediately.
It's another one of the situations here. Macho potentially on his final, the final round here. Winner's bracket. Takia Pros blocks the 5D. Dude, the throw is just empty.
Oh god, into the wall break too. Macho losing half his health. Might get one more chance here.
Luggage is full.
BRC
Let
works
him
out.
spin. Oh no, the frog actually stopped him. Could have got a better punish.
Guys gets the run up command grab. Gets the Moki. The YRC. Eddie's out of play, but gets the counter grab.
Oh wow, what a string of offense. Anything will do it here. Pretty much for either player here. Next hit's gonna decide it.
Oh boy. Nice, floats all the way out. Macho, but going back in, gets the hit.
Duel 3.
One more round to push forward here. They're looking for that knockdown. Eddie Gage is empty though. Got to keep this combo as long as possible to get your resummon. Double overhead not really dealt with here. Augus blocks the 5D. The defense is holding up.
We tried to get the jump grab, but Augus still stuck here in pressure. Macho keeping it going right now. Gets hit by the heavy. And gets the grab in between. Should be able. Not. Oh, it's not enough.
RC forward. Okay, and the 2S able to close it. I had my dude. My breath was held. Oh, Macho. Whew.
All right, 2-2 here. Macho versus Augus. The adjustments here. We're seeing a lot more checks here. Not letting Augus's Nagoriyuki just run wild on these block strings.
Yeah, I mean, that really has been the difference maker. I mean, at this point, in those last 2 rounds, I don't think we saw a raw Fukio, like no pretext Fukio, actually get through clean. Macho either jumped the command throw or 2P checked the strike, like almost every single time. So that's been a difference maker. Augus has been getting away with murder on these dashes, and like we said, rightfully so. If they're not going to stop it, why would you not lean into it? But Macho has shown he's got the adjustments now.
We're gonna see if Augus will go again for that gambit of Fukioing forward. No, Fukio backwards this time. Okay.
Gotta be a little more respectful, right? Another hit, dashing forward, burst early from Macho. And these staggers,
again.
Dude, these staggers are not getting respected at all. I love it.
And Macho looking real strong right now. Ooh. All right, chance for Augus here. But the BRC taking it right back. Won't be able to get a kill here. But has the bar, can just kind of wait. Any Chipp will do it, and just the jump there. See, Augus tried to go forward this time. Macho sniped it out.
The block on the frog. Problem here is now. Oh, party time here for Macho. Got the sandwich as well. 50 meters to reset pressure if he wants to. He's just gonna back off. Okay, confident in the neutral. I like that.
Oh, did you see that anti-air with the invite hell? Macho is so strong right now. Oh, gets caught reaching. Has to burst.
Oh, went for the shimmy of a lifetime with the 2H. Oh my god. Dude, everyone's life flashed before their eyes. Blood gauge is a factor here. Have to be careful. Macho knows he can be a little more aggressive here. Augus doesn't have the resources to be able to use that aggression like we've seen from him.
Yeah, this is a tricky spot to be in. Has to kind of wait it out. Or, you know, maybe bank on getting a command grab. But look at that blood gauge just building up here. Big open up with the 2S. Yep, and there it is, the command grab.
IRC looked for the... Oh, okay. Great read there. It's going to be a burst.
Meaty.
Macho's going to bid it. Oh, but it doesn't work. The clone wins out the final round here.
All right. I was getting started off, backing off, doing some pressure. Does the 5K off the spin. The stagger RCs the command grab.
Dude, into the 5K, so now he's established so much pressure here. The risk gauge is getting cranked. Gets the command throw, so has full resources again.
Oh.
Loops in the second command throw. Augus. Oh, what mental stability to come back through from that 3-2 after Macho ran 2 incredible games down on him. But it looks like the Chipp mirror is on the menu here. Bean is going to be against YJK. Bean, as we've already seen, a very balanced Chipp here. Knows when to floor it, knows when to, lean on the brakes a little bit. YJK I have not seen yet, but so far looking very good. Is holding up in footsies.
Yeah, this would be a very scrappy matchup.
Game of Blade. Risk gauge so high here for Bean. And finally getting back on the offense of his own. That's what you need to see in this matchup.
Ooh! Just woke up Rekka. Checking low again. Both just backing off.
Ooh, dash up throw is good. And still the risk gauge is very high. You had to burst there. With the amount of risk he had, he was gone. And still might be.
All right, YJK getting the first round here.
Okay, trying to stick it out from a distance there. There's a nice DP. Oh, same brain cell. We love those. Ooh, and BRC backwards. A rare save here from Bean. Just wanted to get a look and slow it down. YJK not interested in the pace slowdown.
All right, last chance here for Bean. Oh, but the 5K whiff punish.
Dude, and YJK. Yeah, he's looking very, very strong here. And when I said was holding up in footsies early, I mean, I meant it. This guy has whiff punished with far slash like a couple times. And it's just in these situations that like Beam, we've seen him look so comfortable in. For YJK to just kind of come in, yeah, get settled in real quick, you know.
Yeah, we'll see if Beam can kind of adjust here. You know, I always feel like when dealing with the mirror is always so annoying, right? Because like you're just fighting against your own character. You know, sometimes your character's bad at punishing your own character, so you know, could just be an adjustment there.
The counter hit, looked for the reset afterwards. Great defense from YJK, but the throw comes through afterwards. And oh my god!
All right. Oh, nice. He still gets the cross up there. But Bean looking fairly strong, but YJK pushing into the corner. And that, you know, trademark avoidance there. Bean's so good at jumping out of the corner.
2K looks for the wall run afterwards, trying to get fancy on this. YJK not having it, goes for the overhead, knows he has to cancel. Double overhead still dealt with.
Yeah, gets the cross up Alpha Blade there. Bean getting one up on YJK so far in these rounds.
Counter hit there, went for the reset. Absolutely had to burst there from YJK to stay in this game, but another counter hit on the whiff DP.
Yeah, Bean getting a lot more out of these interactions now. I feel like being able to deal with the chaos that is playing another Chipp.
Okay, and it looks like the answer here from Bean, the only adjustment I saw, aggression, has just been more willing to throw his body in. The mix-ups were relentless. Just stopped, truly in the most respectful way, just stopped caring about the consequences of his actions. Was just playing so aggressive, and it was working beautifully. That's what I think you need to do in the Chipp matchup, because it's just like you said, in the mirror, you have similar tools. Chipp can't really deal with Chipp's own mix-up. He has to commit to DP or just block.
Yeah. So we'll see who gets the first aggro here. Yeah, YJK just beta blade right off rip. Oh, and the push there from Bean.
Oh, empty low is dealt with. And that is another key aspect of this matchup that's been played differently, is that when Bean is blocking, Bean is just holding FD the whole time. He's just committed to the push block.
Oh my goodness. Alpha Blade conversion PRC Bean. So clean.
Oh, but this is absolutely not a one round yet. Back on the offense. Oh, and the counter DP.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you know, it's about that time in the matchup. The disrespect coming out here.
Alpha Blade gets traded. Dude, and the pitter patter of the footsteps here. The ninjas running around. This is just too much. Okay. The whip punish. Followed up with the overhead.
Oh yeah, Bean looking so strong. YJK still has a burst and a bar. Could still potentially make this happen. Bar coming out there for the RC. Ooh, gets the check. Command grab.
That is good. Goes in for the Rekka. Still had 50 meter. What's going to be the follow-up here?
He has to burst. Ooh, and just the tip of it hitting. Bean going up 2-1.
And I would absolutely be lying if I told you I knew the adjustment here from YJK. I mean, this is just, it's just been Bean has just been winning out in footsies in a lot of these situations. I mean, I feel like for YJK, you either have to set the pace more or just decline the decline the situations. Keep it more aerial, or just I don't know. tighten up in footsies. I mean, it's easier
Yeah.
said than done, right? But Bean's just beating him on run-up normals.
Yeah, just that's pretty much it, like you said. Bean is just delaying this pressure and just, you know, mixing it up enough, but getting the punish there. YJK, but the Beta Blade again. Bean just so ready.
Oh, dude, he is letting these DPs rip. There's another counter hit, and that was like max distance follow-up. One of the coolest super animations we never get to see.
Oh, and that actually doesn't break the wall. That's actually really funny because it goes back to mid-screen.
So in that early round, YJK looking way better.
Oh, nice gold burst there. Actually worked out that the Alpha Blade hit like that.
Yeah, and the delayed burst from Bean there. Good to hold on to it for that just the later section of that.
Oh no! Oh no! They're just letting it rip!
I mean, why not? If it's working out. And that's going to be another wall break here with the Alpha Blade.
BRC forward, gets the grab at 5K interrupt. Man.
Yeah, it had already committed to the backdash. Just let it rock all the way through game 5. Wow. Just not much to say other than wow, man. These two are just back and forth. And I feel like we're, dude, I'm just like a scared driver on the side of the road watching these two supercars fly by. They're beating each other, but just like adding more gas to the fire. And this is incredible to watch. And it's not only that they're both doing better on offense, but these two, if you're actually watching the amount of stuff that they're blocking, these guys both have incredible defense, man.
Yeah, I'm just imagining both of them sitting there in their room just blaring Vanilla Ice. Like they're just getting in there.
They know what they're about. So going into game 5. Okay, good punish there in footsies. Jump 2K crosses up. YG. Okay, gonna have to burst. Had him on the dash back. That was a crucial situation. YJK still pressing the aggression.
And double jump, 2K, flipping sides here in the corner, gets the Beta Blade, but a little bit too far to punish.
Oh, the 2D. Oh no, missed his combo though. Oh no, this could be a heartbreaker here from Bean because of that misconfirm and the double overhead.
DP. Oh, they're so low right now. Bean can't even use that burst. Oh, yep, and saves it.
And that was so hard. He actually hit him with the 2P, but just didn't commit all the way through.
Oh my gosh. The blades are flying right now. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, every single one of them here.
Looking like the Magnet Warriors, dude. Gets another counter hit. Had to burst in that situation. Another knockdown. YJK needed the DP, couldn't quite get there to punish.
This is a real match that is happening right now. These two players are playing with all of their heart.
2K blocked, but the cross-up is still there. Bean has the life lead now and has a burst. Oh, okay. I dropped the combo.
Oh, big overhead, has the burst, tries to wait it out. YJK.
Oh,
the
no.
Beta Blade from Bean. And that is it. Oh my goodness.
Dude, last round.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. From far, gets the counter hit, and just, dude, Bean being able to hold on to the burst might be the difference maker here. I cannot believe he didn't go for the burst earlier in this.
Oh. So scary here.
Knockdown is huge. Looking to get aggressive. FD stifles the aggression. RC!
Oh,
Blade
burst in the
burst!
corner. Oh, Beta Blade! Okay. Oh, trying to bait him, but Bean held on to it.
Is it enough?
Enough?
It's just enough, Bean! Oh, wow, in one of the most back and forth sets we've seen.
Chipp wins.
Amazing pod play. So
Yeah, this is definitely a harder matchup here for Potemkin. Potemkin, I believe, only has a couple matchups that are very difficult. I think he does very well against most of the cast. This is certainly one of the ones. Only slightly solo, I think, though. I think that Potemkin does better than a lot of people give him credit for in this matchup.
yeah, that's the thing. I've been seeing a lot of people saying on Twitter that Potemkin fights this well. So
He does
I can
pretty
agree
good.
with
For
it.
sure.
Yeah, I can agree with it, but I feel like, you know, everyone falls prey to soul pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at that. Far S that many times? Let's go.
Ooh, bit on the heavy slash.
Went for the jump over. Oh, late with the heat knuckle. And those are the big reads that we know Jan for. He loves trying to get cerebral with these mix-ups.
Getting that first round there, Joffrey.
Yeah, so smart there from Joffrey, knowing he had to go for the fake gunblade to make sure he was going to have time for Fafnir. Oh.
There we go. Air Podbuster coming out. Gonna push towards the corner. Ruin pressure. Oh, but, you know, Volcanic Viper.
Okay, good blocks there. He's going to spend the RC. Look for the Podbuster. Joffrey was able to get out of the situation.
Oh, nice. The delayed close as Jan's so good at really being so threatening at that range.
Okay, and just let it rock there. I mean, I really like the choice. Sometimes you do have to just let it go. H slide hit.
It's the Fafnir meaty. Oh my gosh, and just the weight there snipes out that backdash with the far S.
Mega fits though, no punish. The cross up just for positioning, but Joffrey has a little bit of the same.
Alright, Jan still has a burst here. Might not be able to get to use it, and the heavy slash counter hit. Oh, tried to go for reversal.
Yeah, say Joffrey taking that one down. And that's one thing to consider in this matchup is that while Potemkin does have really great options with like the armor, things like that, his reversal super is actually very good as a panic button. So while Jan does have amazing defense and a lot of the time doesn't need to lean into spending meter to be defensive, because obviously you want to spend it as a Potemkin player. You want to spend as much meter as you can getting mix-ups, right? When you earn those spots, you have to make them hurt. But if he's ever feeling overwhelmed, just know that that is a very strong tool for him. Especially in any matchup, really, but especially against Soul, because he needs to be so close to get that mix-up rolling. So if Jan's on his back with 50 meter, definitely expect Aegis Reflector could come out at any point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Joffrey's pressure looking very strong already. Far S is coming out. Let's see if Jan kind of adjusts, you know, the classic Jan data rounds.
Yeah, very true. Huge shouts to Cinnamon, by the way, coming through, man. The gift of tier 1, man. Cinnamon the home. We appreciate you, Lazo. 2D, very smart from Jan. A lot of Potemkins go for 2K there. Joffrey, knowing that, opens straight up with the DP.
The 6S counter hit. Ooh, and again, getting hit by the gunflame there. Joffrey's timing is working out pretty well here.
Okay, that 2P was just that was a data mix up for sure, just on the 2P.
Oh, Volcanic Viper right through the dust.
Oh
my gosh!
A lot of stuff happening in a row there, yo, Joffrey.
That was a lot. I think that Joffrey wanted a run-up command grab, but got a Tiger Knee revolver instead.
That was a tough one for sure. Okay, gunflame. There's the punish. And I truly think that this is where it's hardest for Potemkin, is when players like Joffrey are willing. Oh no! I was gonna say willing to be patient, but sometimes patience kills. Dan sniffs it out and gets the counter hit, but it doesn't matter.
Man, back Mega Fist, an amazing option to get out of pressure there for Jan, and just doing it again.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Okay,
Gets the grab.
the throw punish, win for the empty jump, pop buster. Full follow-up from Joffrey here, mixed block to Fafnir. Just no respect for the mix up there, and that's what you've got to do. You cannot let the big bodies get what they want.
Oh, that's so unforced to drop the combo off the Gunflame, giving Jan a chance here to potentially see this run off the situation, but able to tech far away.
Did he just cross him up with that?
I'm not even sure. Oh my goodness.
Jan's conviction to not burst there, even after the RC, and then to land and just go for throw. What, dude, what a string of decisions there. I think that Joffrey did everything just about right. Jan just on that was some serial killer stuff. That was the coldest blood in the world from Jan there to not burst.
Yeah, it was like instant. It was like, oh, okay, all right, well, that's it. I'm just gonna grab here.
Dude, yeah, he's okay. Next round, he's just he's checking his phone in between games. The other guy's like, what just happened? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and those are the kind of things when you're playing against Jan, who is, a very strong Guilty Gear player, who's been playing for years. And on top of that, just a very strong player, makes very hard reads. You have to kind of, make sure that, you gotta keep your head in the game.
Ooh, counter hit from max distance. Follow up for Joffrey, and it is party time. But goes 6S and then backs up.
Ooh, big punish there. Yep, has to burst. Trying to keep positioning here, but Jan could get a full combo here.
Yeah, that is a full combo all the way through. Looking to get a... Okay, 6H to check the backdash.
Oh no.
My god. I wonder if he's been inputting that every time, because that's the first time Joffrey didn't go for the punt, the two Ps in the air, and it's the first time Jan got a reversal pop buster. I think is he timing that to where he grabs them if they don't do it, because that's what that looked like.
That's kind of disgusting, and also you might be right.
Oh my god, dude. Joffrey back on the offense though. Let's say mix ups aside.
Back a little bit. Oh, but whiffed wild throw. Yeah, burst out. Does not want to deal with Potemkin in the corner.
YRC. Got him low. Look for the slide head. Nice backdash. Opting in for pressure rather than a punish after that.
Yeah, Jan just fishing with his 2S right now. A little scary here with Joffrey.
He has meter. Oh, the bait! Oh, that bait was just so incredible there. Oh no, and with a punish from bad to worse here, Jan stuck in the corner. The throw comes through.
Oh, nice. Right? The Tyrant Rave. Oh, not enough yet, but Jan still has a bit of burst, but won't be able to get a spend it.
Yeah, the run up 2K from Joffrey. Jan falling behind here. Joffrey. I like Joffrey's I like the way that Joffrey makes choices in neutral, right? Like even when they're like full screen, he's always looking to backdash slide head. And the second Jan I guess commits to anything a little too much, he's willing to dash. He has dashed full screen into far S like multiple times. And that is not an easy thing to do against Potemkin. Obviously, the button is very strong, but you can see Jan is aggressively trying to check with 2S, trying to stop that. Jan has the perfect answer dialed up, and Joffrey's still finding a way to do it.
Yeah, but we've seen Jan in this situation many times. We'll see if the download will get there fast enough here, but Joffrey just looking so strong. Gets the trade here. Oh, but big counter hit into the corner. Yeah, has to burst that. That was going to be about 60% and the positive bonus coming in.
Tech throw. Good situation. There's the counter hit, and that is what, like I said, that is what Jan has been capable of getting off of these two S's.
Oh, man. Joffrey. Jan on a pixel. Yeah, out comes the Augus. Walk forward and get some space.
Okay, far S. Nothing afterwards. Volcanic Viper does not get punished. Close S into nothing. Jan is running out of time though. Oh. Oh no, and Slidehead. Slidehead has gotten Jan in trouble a couple times now from round start to round end.
Oh my gosh, Joffrey just cracking Jan open with his far S's, and again has to burst, has about 40% health left here. Joffrey on set point.
Oh, the counter hit is huge. Should just be able to kill here, especially with the meter built up. The DP actually doesn't work though. He has RC.
Start. Oh no! The face!
What a choice there, Joffrey. Out, dude, after the vortex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he has a win over Vicky Viper. Yeah, okay, so MastaCJ on the Millia. Strong Vortex character for a strong Vortex player. He's got a great, I guess, bearing for when to be offensive. Ooh, but that doesn't matter too much against May here. Where'd your life bar go?
Yeah, MastaCJ on that Millia, but you know, still up here against NASHFAN. It was already shown. There's just amazing prowess of playing May.
Oh,
really, just so good. And that was the jump dust. Remember, we've been talking about that in this matchup
Yes.
against Millia.
It's something we've seen a lot, and that's gonna be counter hit Dolphin with the close slash. That is gonna be the money maker button for most Millias. Close slash really is the party starter, the anti-air, your best neutral tool. It cooks breakfast. It really gets everything done. And there is an amazing burst bait from CJ, but he doesn't follow up.
Ooh, gets the close S. Gonna be able to RC, push a little more damage out of this. Gonna reach the corner. Wall break. Oh, but the Bad Moon whiffs.
Oh, and with Bad Moon whiffing, we have problems here.
Yeah, just the patience there from NASHFAN.
Oh no, and the PRC forward.
I like the beach ball to try and bait out the burst there. But any straight hit.
Oh,
So tense.
had the punish but didn't get there. And TK Bad Moon, it gives him the look. I love the Moon's face is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Another knockdown here. MastaCJ, what have we got for mix-up? 2D into nothing. On the Dolphin just beats out.
Oh my gosh, this is true for an heavy slash. Oh my god, and just let it go a little bit earlier. Would have got a big counter hit, but NASHFAN fully charging that 6 heavy slash.
TJ went for the burst just to be safe, and that's going to be a burst there from NASHFAN. Doesn't want to let him get positive bonus.
Nice. Oh, big open up there with the blue RC.
And that is the next evolution of mix-ups that we've seen. Nice block on the empty low. Oh, but the double overhead might be a little too much here. MastaCJ one interaction away. Oh my god. He was 1.5 million behind him. Oh my god. That normal is illegal. What was that?
Active hitboxes, man. Good lord. But shout outs to Enigmatic Wolf with the tier 1 7-month streak.
Oh, Enigmatic Wolf, man. Thank you so much. That was yeah, that was a normal. That was good. Very nice from NashFan.
Yeah, that jump dust is so good against Millia too. So CJ might have to kind of adjust the approach there.
I mean, it was like we've seen against Lord Knight. I mean, that's one thing that we've seen a lot of the maze cash in on, is that button's hitbox is great for contesting all the angles that Millia is trying to take. Good check with the low and a better cross up. This can be a burst from NashFan. So now a positioning error potentially from MastaCJ. Kind of stuck here.
He's able to find his way out, but oof, yeah, close S, yeah.
Okay, I gotta learn that one.
Yeah, that fast RC confirm is so nice. You get a nice knockdown off of it also.
Wasn't quite enough to kill though. And up dolphin, the arc covers so much. Was just trying to bet on the air dash from CJ. Check low with the card.
Disc, but grabs right out of it. Oh no, into another grab here. NashFan trying to run the loops here on Oki.
Oh. Okay, mistimed his dolphin there for the meaty. It's caught in disc pressure now. MastaCJ has meter.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Actually was able to get out of that blue RC radius.
That was a very strong interaction from both players there. Close S again. Double instant overhead. Manages to throw as well.
Oh, wake up dolphin. Oh, the jump forward heavy slash. Unfortunately, wasn't able to burst that. NashFan going up 2-0 on MastaCJ right now.
Yeah,
Man.
and that wake up dolphin is not something you see a lot in those situations. That was a really particular read from NashFan there. That's what I like to see. I like when players have an idea and they're like, this will probably work. And just roll it in.
I mean, especially with May, you know, a lot of her options, you know, are just so effective. So
Yes.
I feel like the risk reward there is massively in May's favor, even if it does not land.
Yeah, and you don't even have to be very freeform with your combos. If you're ever not sure what to do with your combos, you can kind of end it with slash dolphin, or just like usually 3K will just work. So you can always end yourself in a knockdown, or like at least a positive standing situation. CJ did have the connection there, but wasn't able to get really anything off of it. Gets the double overhead. Party time.
Ooh, great blocks there. Tries to close S out of the corner. Ooh, nice. I think even in blue RC wasn't able to punish that because they were still slowed down.
Okay, another up dolphin to try and contest the air dashes here from CJ. Punishes with the slash.
First, go back to mid-screen. And NashFan, again, these massive jump heavy slashes working out so well. Tries to snipe out with a jump dust.
Oh, yeah, and he's going to have to hold that round. CJ keeping it together here, trying to keep it competitive. NashFan has just been so... Just everything has gone right for him.
Oh, and speaking of going right, 3 hits there. Lost 40%.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Still okay. Still okay. 50 meter available.
RC combo, so clean.
Oh, and it just makes it work in the best way. The BRC after the 5K.
MastaCJ getting the advantage this round. Blocks the cross-up disc setup. Tries to stagger. 2H. Oh my gosh, no way that's a full conversion.
Dude, ending it with 6P, making him, like you said, the Whoa Nelly. Just swinging that jumping H. Oh my, he blocks all of it.
To keep the momentum going. NASHFAN pushing CJ towards the corner, gonna be able to convert with the Dolphin, but no go. And the up Dolphin will seal it there.
A lot of people have been saying that this is a matchup that Millia can't win, but it's almost not worth the effort. Like,
yeah,
very, very, very difficult. And unless there's some tech we haven't found out, but Punk not going to be the one to innovate it here. It's going to be the Soul. Which again, like we said before, this is a tough matchup here. This is a tough matchup here for Potemkin. He is, I think, one of the characters that does fight Soul fairly well compared to a lot of the rest of the cast. Situations like that can make it a little too difficult. Tries to go for the slide hit and checks the run up. So far looking really good here from Jan. Okay, comes in with the P's, gets the throw, has plenty of meter now. Next hit is going to hurt. If there even is a next hit, just checking him on footsies all the way through. And we might see an RC here on the next throw attempt. Should be able to kill from that situation. Counter hit. The RC backwards. Gonna give up all the space just to make sure he doesn't get bursted on. And then another counter hit to follow, but again, doesn't believe. And the Chipp is adding up. There's another hit, gold burst. Oh no, all the meter spent, all the burst spent, and then Jan still comes out on top. Oh, it's a heartbreaker to have spent that much meter and still lost the round.
Yeah, I thought that gold burst was very inspired there from Punk, but unfortunately there, Jan holding it together.
Dude, just Jan is, I cannot believe he will never burst. He doesn't care. I can't believe how much he holds it. It's just not fair.
Gets the clean hit there too. Gets nice Oki. Oh boy, RS conversion.
Okay, well, he kind of earned that. No, yeah, there's like no reversals there from Punk. He earned that one for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was a nice extension there off the fast RC.
Okay, looked for the low afterwards. Blocks the 5K. Oh, yeah, and links the vortex, but actually isn't able to fully confirm it. Still got the throw though, so positive advantage here for Punk.
Uh-oh. Nice PRC to stay safe after the grab.
Oh, and just waited. That's going to be a backdash there from Punk. Might see a 6H next time Jan knocks him down.
And that was another burst bait out there from Punk. Jan just still holding on to burst despite this being the end of the match here. Oh my goodness, and the far S will take it.
Punk is not Punk. Jan is holding on to his burst. He's using the burst almost like as a combo breaking tool itself. He's bursting combos by not bursting because people are trying so hard to bait it. He's like the dude that everyone keeps dunking and he just won't jump. He's never going on a poster. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, Jan doesn't even care. It's all about the implication.
Of course.
He has the burst. It's implied, you know? It's just a matter of, you know, getting Jan to actually pull the trigger on it.
Let's see though. The next match starting here. Punk looking very good on the Soul. Started out not with the counter hit, but still a good situation. Looked for the knockdown with the slide head. Doesn't come.
Ooh, the big backdash there. And even better, punish and baits the burst. There we go. The first one here for Punk.
Backdash there. Gets the counter hit. Links the vortex. No kill though.
A little bit of late RC, blue RC to see what was happening. I actually love that.
Oh, and that's just a wrap. Absolutely, at that point, not much Jan can do. Punk pulling ahead further and further. Oh, that combo? That was a combo.
And nice recognition there from Jan. Oh, trying to go for a heat knuckle. Okay. Oh my god, the timing on that.
Okay. Volcanic Viper for the reversal. Gets the throw. This is where we've seen so much of these. Oh, I was going to say, a lot of these rounds have gone astray off of just a throw from Punk, but Jan able to break out.
Big 6P. Gets to walk up on Samoki. Oh no, the close S. Jan getting a read here as usual. The data round, so scary.
But he is blocked, punished from that distance, and gets a knockdown off of it.
That's actually something I'm more surprised when I see it. The dusts are very punishable on block, so just going for it, it's insanely risky.
Oh, went for the wild throw. I think that was a really good time to pull that out, but unfortunately the execution error and the counter hit 2H. How often do you see that? Potemkin's just swinging it in neutral. You're back to the corner. Soul is a character length away from you, the perfect distance for far slash, and he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna 2H. Dude, Jan is so smart.
Yeah, that spacing didn't make sense to me, but when the counter hit came, I was like, what the hell did that counter hit?
It's one of those ones when it comes out, as soon as he does it, you're like, oh, of course he would do that. Like, come on, man. Oh. But evening that back up now.
Duel 1.
So, and then we've been rocking birthday train for like a few games in a row now. What a counter hit. Oh, again.
Ooh, I'm gonna use Tyrant Rig too.
Yeah, at this point is Jan. I mean, you look for a Hail Mary, but try not to commit any permanent resources here. Yeah.
Yeah, all those punches on the way down. That's a perfect there from Punk. Oh my god.
Okay, another situation where he went for the burst bait.
try to bait the burst again. And that's one of the strengths of just Punk when he's on Soul. His spacing on a lot of these pressure strings and even combos, a lot of it just burst based and burst based. Oh my gosh, burst bait. I've given up. I've given up on life.
2-1.
Punk's just playing so strong right now.
2-1
goodness. I can't even talk in the way Punk's play, just morphing my mind right now.
Dude, he hit him with the Burt's Beeswax.
Yeah,
Good
the
Lord.
Burt's Beeswax,
Oh my
bees
God,
knees.
dude.
My
Holy
goodness.
moly.
My brain just exploded right there.
But that's going to be 2-1 in favor of Punk now, still threatening that set point. Jan's adjustments looked good, but Punk adjusts back in a flash. So now with Jan, we'll have to we've got to see some changes here. Every time he's been able to run his mix, it's just been a lot of it has been YRC's well timed from Punk.
Yeah.
YRC has really been negating so much pressure.
Like I was saying earlier, his combos inherently burst bait. So a lot of these situations are very, very scary for Jan, even though Jan likes to hold on to the burst.
Proud of you. 2D.
Thank you, thank you.
Counter hit. Mistimed his meaty though. Oh no, dash backwards. Another counter hit. Got out of the way of the burst.
Ooh. Mega Fist does not finish up here. Oh, and the snipe out with the far heavy slash.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
So Jan, just Jan things. 5S 3 times in a row. Yo, and this. Oh my god. 2P on 6S? The forbidden mix up here after the BRC. Misses. Missed the Kara.
Clear jump out. Giving Punk a chance here. Close ass pressure. Nice bites on the heavy slash again. I feel like the timing there from Punk on the heavy slash after the far S has been opening up so many people today.
Oh, and the 2 hits of the jumping heavy slash. Essentially set point here for Punk. Double Mega Fist. Ooh, 5D from that distance actually not punished. Ball is blocked, kind of earned his mix up here. And Gerudo nothing. Maybe was expecting a DP.
Yeah, Punk's adjustments are feel a little bit harder to deal with now. Playing a lot safer. Oh, nice! Yeah, went for the instant cancel this time, baiting Jan to press anything.
And again, trying to burst bait, really giving up a lot of damage just on the attempts to go for the reads. Oh no! Oh no! The footsies from Jan! It doesn't matter if your button's +2 if you get whiff punished. Jan looking incredible in that situation, and now Punk kind of on the ropes here.
Yeah, getting a little bit too, I feel, preemptive, right? The burst is being held to the umpteenth degree by Jan. Jan will not let it go.
He said, my character has the highest guts, I don't care. Take the damage. Wow.
Because there's just so many strays, and I feel like earlier on, Punk was just taking the damage where he could. You know, this burst baiting might need to stop.
Duel 1.
Oh, and he answers Banditbringer the first time Punk tries to throw it out at that height. Punk has not gone for that a single time, and he was already ready for it, but still, Punk. Good here, gets the punish. Oh, and linked the Vortex that time and has the super. I don't think it's enough to kill. Oh. Oh. Well,
yeah.
Round 2.
Punk firing back. Looking a little more confident here in the confirms.
Okay, let the 6K rock. And all of a sudden, Punk is not looking so healthy here. That was a great backdash, though.
Oh my gosh, the back Mega Fist 2 and the 2D again! How does Jan keep slipping these in?
The final round here. Jan starts out with the 2P. Had the opportunity for a punish. Went for the second jump. Oh no, and we're to the corner. Fafnir blocked. JP. Oh! Okay.
Maybe just goes for the TP, keep pressure going. Yeah, finishes the combo. Oh, we backed off again!
There's a counter hit this time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and in the clutchest of moments, Punk trusts his instinct and goes for the bait again, and Jan just had to. I mean, it's the set determining combo. How